Hello everybody and welcome back here on the ChainLog YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about technical analysis. So this is the Tech Wednesday, and first things first, we are going to find out what we got as entries for the last week for Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I'll share you the new ones without entering into the technical analysis side, and then we'll just really fast in 2 minutes. After this, in 2 minutes, we'll get into the some altcoins technical analysis. So first things first, subscribe to the channel, help the channel get stronger, and click the notification bell, share this video if you like it at the end. So let's get into that. Last time we technical analyzed Bitcoin. We were more or less here. I had the screenshot, and we got 3 entries from there in just 1-2 hours in 2 candles. This is 1 hour chart, and the same going through for Ethereum. There we got 4 entries in 2 hours, and we're still hanging out right here more or less, waiting for the next movement. So if you followed me through my weekend videos, you will know that I think the more we stay right here on the Bitcoin side, at least, the more we stay right here, the more there is the probability that we are gonna get really close to another level. So let's get another chart so that you may notice what I found out on the weekend. You see right here that we have this kind of pattern right here. This is a Shining broadening wedge pattern, and in a matter of days, we'll probably at the end of July, in the middle of July, so 1 month still of time, if we get here and or we broke through the 200s that are right here, the 200 daily EMA, but also the 200 weekly. We broke through the SMA, but we have the 200 weekly EMA here at 24.1. There is this support. If we get there, and is more or less the same as the 200 SMA on the daily, there is that support, and if we broke that, we have more supports going down, and this is, for example, our on-chain supports, and these are lower BB weekly. This is a recap for you in the case you missed that. Here we have the resistances ahead for the next month, price appreciation, and so on. But follow me here. Get the video of the last weekend and get the new one in this weekend if you want to know more about all that is needed. So in the macro zone here, we are waiting for this to come. What I'm thinking about the price will go right here is more or less something like this, okay? Something that bounce off and then regain momentum to the upside. But there is the possibility that we kept falling below. I don't think anyway that we'll go much further than here, because you see this is the 30 RSI, okay? So I'm thinking about something like this in general, like a V-shaped recovery as soon as we get there. But if we keep going through and we stay right there as well, probably there is the possibility that we go right here, then right here, then right here, then right here, and then we get up. So we need to get the situation day by day and to analyze every day the situation. What I'm thinking as of right now, next movement could be very much be something like this, 24.1, and then a V-shaped recovery to get to this side again, to get to the at least the 200 at 25k, and probably the 100 at 26 again for Bitcoin. I'm not going into Ethereum because more or less the situation is the same, but let's get into what it could be for Ethereum as well. If we break down the 200 right here, the 200s, we have this support, this huge support. So what I can expect if we fall back down from here, we have a long squeeze that will bring the price more or less right here in this zone, where we will bounce off and regain momentum to the exactly the same way Bitcoin did. So another thing about technical analysis today that we can still share is that we have this movement on the dominance of Bitcoin to the upside, breaking through 49%, and we have this kind of support, and we are inverting the cycles on the cyclical analysis, and that means that something broke, and we know that what broke was actually the altcoins movement to the downside into Bitcoin, into the stable coins, for the fact of the SEC that everybody should know as of right now. And that movement broke through my crypto dominance metric right here, and we're still in the zone where we are approaching another upside. But as you see right here, the second bull run right here that we had in 2021 was very low, and that indicated a momentum to a new bear market. And every time we are in a real bull run, we have a crypto dominance. So all the dominance that we have, so Bitcoin dominance, Bitcoin dominance, Ethereum dominance, and altcoins dominance together, we get to the 90%, with stable coins only at 10%. Meanwhile, when we get to the stable coin dominance and we get to a 10% every time, we are in the top of the bull market, and we are still in the zone instead of the bear market, where we are approaching the middle. And meanwhile, we approach the middle, and when we'll be close or below the 20%, we'll probably be into a run to the all-time high. As of right now, we are still in the bear for this metric. Anyway, and so I don't think we have seen nothing new. We had a little bit of movement onto these candles, but nothing major broke. This is the stable coin dominance, so all the stable coins together as of right now. And here we have a ratio of them. Same goes. When we reach this low bound, okay, 0.12, we are in the top of the bull market. Meanwhile, when we reach for the upper band right here, so the 0.38 to 0.50, we are in the top of the bull market for sure. So this is what is actually being last time, and actually into the bear market. I don't know what I said before. We are in the midst of the bear market. So this is what it's actually been until now, and I'm waiting to see if this movement to the downside on the ratio, because obviously when we'll reach there, probably will be time to exit for the majority of the altcoins I have. Still, the XY from the FMC that we should have in moments is getting down, because obviously a posing interest rate will mean simply that the dollar will lose momentum, and we don't have the strength that we need. And we are, even if you take on the technical analysis side, we are retesting this trend line to the downside, and so we are breaking down, probably going for 97 or something like that. Meanwhile, probably Bitcoin will rise in the nearest future, with the stock market that still is at the highest level I will ever see into 2 days. We are at a weekly upper ball interbands and probably 70 RSI on the weekly chart, so it's overextended. In the daily, it's overextended. So I'm expecting, in reality, to the news of the pose of the interest rate that was already priced in, a slow downtrend that will help Bitcoin to get liquidity from from what I said earlier, and then a V-shaped recovery in the short term. Then probably going through with the rates so high, probably the stock market will slow grinding. Will start grinding slower to the upside, as we usually see, because of the fact that obviously you have a zero risk 3.75% bond, and here dividends are like 5% into a risky bond, risky dividend stock, and so there isn't really much to gain from that. So people will stay, or institution at least, will stay on bonds, state bonds. Nasdaq is the same. This is a huge something unwatchable to me. This is all Nvidia, probably is just Nvidia alone, and in this case we will break down from here in a matter of 1 week or so, or days anyway, trying to get more liquidity a little bit down, and the same goes for Bitcoin, as I already said. So this is what I'm seeing right now in the markets. I don't know if you want to see gold as well, but I don't like to make technical analysis here, but because gold is more than just technical analysis. Gold is actually news and monetary policies and big cycles, trades, so we're not taking into account all of that. Let's go into a little bit of altcoins, since I have a little bit BNB. Obviously it dropped down a little bit, but it's not really that much if you compare the fact that you can still get these are very, very old charts, because I don't trade altcoins in bear markets. So let me take something here to see how much we are extended to the downside. If we have still some, I don't like it, but still we are hanging out above here. Not really bad actually. If we have to compare technical analysis, just the PA movement. So I think altcoins is not the moment actually to trade altcoins, but it's not really good. The position where Spain BNB, for example, we have an area of liquidity right here that supports the price. We have to take this liquidity and get a V-shaped recovery as well, but probably will stay right here in the midterm until we get more liquidity to the upside for Bitcoin as well. We'll get a little bit down, as it always is, maybe touching here 182, so probably get right here, and if I had to be speculative, and all of this that you hear right here is not financial advice, if I was doing leverage trading, I will take sweep long on the bottom. On the next movement to the downside, I will enter more or less on the 203, 3 per leverage, for example, and we'll wait for the upside. For BNB, and I'm not going into the other one right here. KCS is not. I'm going on what I have. I hold DOT, for example. So if you don't, if you have any request about an altcoin that you want me to help you with technical analysis, I will do it kindly. I'm here for this to help out if possible. DOT is not good at all. This is if you will be in stock, this will be a loose stock. Um, this kind of pattern right here is a long-term pattern that is actually really bearish because it's a bearish pendant, um, and it presumes a continuation to the downside to $3 or so, um, and probably will, but I'm waiting for it. In the case, I will enter because in the long term, probably it will survive. I don't really know as of right now, but is one of my speculation right here. Obviously, you have to account that I have 60 to 70%, and now probably much more Bitcoin and Ethereum than altcoins. So it's not really important to me what um, and how the price reacts. I have also Trias as a speculative thing, and it's getting higher because of the AI or China coin narrative. I don't really care. Um, I DCA'd into it as it is supposed to when you do something like this on the long term, because my speculative investments um, are actually in the long term, and these are the price where I DCA'd in. More or less, I took the last sweep to the bottom at 1.3, not getting in 0 0.8. I would have waited, but still, we are the same price here. I'm a little bit more or less in the middle, so I'm still more or less at a break-even point, and I'm thinking here that we are still overextended. Also on Trias, for example, we are still overextended, but not that much in comparison to the S&P and so on, and Nasdaq. We are a little bit overextended. We can still be right here for long, and maybe get to 4.36 in the next weeks if everything goes smoothly and Bitcoin helps. On the monthly chart, we don't have that much of a chart right here um, to take data for. It's still a young coin. It's a lot speculative. It's a speculative investment like no one else. So, it's really a 100x or nothing. Um, I don't have really much whole coins, as I already said. So maybe Chiles. Watch this. These charts are like have years. You see yourself right here that this is not a good movement for Chiles to the downside, but still is better than dots, because this is more a falling wedge that will probably break through to the upside when the time comes. Then or a bull flag if you want to take it like that. On the shorter term, because I'm taking a lot of candles on the shorter term, is more or less the same. So you get this. You see, this was the bearish pendant that we had seen before, and in fact we broke through and we got down below here where the last support, more or less. And so the fact that we have this kind of pattern right now is more bullish than bearish. We have to break through, getting above and so on, but we are overextended to the downside here. We are oversold, so we are going to probably see a price appreciation in the nearest future. I also chill because of the fact that I want to diversify my portfolio, and that's a good one in my opinion. Obviously, I'm not here shilling what I own. It's just that I own these coins, and maybe you will know what I own. I I bought Block and didn't go well. I bought Terra and didn't go well as well. But the majority of this, like Pyre, I sold it good. I sold, I bought one, I sold it good. I bought Atom, that I have still. Let's see. In fact, they still had what's the price where I entered it. I don't really care because it's in staking and I take profits with compounded interest in the future. If it's still alive in the future, it will be still alive. Probably it will make me money in like years. Still, what I enter altcoin for, if it's not for trading, it's for investment. And in this case, was investment because I put it on a wallet to take care drops and so on. So it's more or less an investment for years. Um, I won't say investment when I'm talking about altcoins, but investment in the sense that that's a um, long-term capital investment. Um, Here we have this pennant that broke to the downside, and in this case, the possibility that we are going to see price appreciation is still good at certain levels, because if you take this kind of pattern right here, it will see that in the future, but we are talking about weeks or months to recover from this low. In fact, something like this on the longer term is more or less just compressing the price, um, and we should see in the future if it will break through to the upside, if Bitcoin help us, or if it break through to the downside in that case. Well, fuck that. Nothing more. And Luna, I sold it a lot, but still, it's not even on the chart, and it's another Luna because Lunk before it was Luna, and I bought it at $7. I sold it like at $63 to 65, so I got 9x, and I got out earlier. That was lucky, but anyway, I do take profits when they come to 9 to 10x, and I knew that Luna was just moments to go. Anyway, this is more or less what I had to say today. If you want to know more about your personal altcoin, get me or comment down below. Let me know what you think about the market in the latest term as well, and subscribe, put like, share, and click the notification bell. If you want to find me, I have Instagram, Twitter, and Telegram. If you want to talk to me directly, that is the place, and also TikTok. So the links are in the description, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.